Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel sfdcpractice.com. So in this video guys, we are going to discuss about the relationship in Salesforce and the types of relationship. Also we will discuss the different type of use cases for relationship in Salesforce. So before moving ahead on this video, if you haven't checked out my previous videos, so please check out those videos first. So you will get the link here. So let's move on this video ahead. So first let's discuss what is relationship and why we need relationship in Salesforce. So relationship is nothing but a way to connect multiple objects together. For example, like we have an object called A and we have an object called V, and we want to connect object A to V, so we can make a relationship between these two objects. In the demo part, you will see how we can create the relationship in Salesforce. So over there you will get a better understanding how we can create the relationship and how we can use the relationship in Salesforce. So why we need the relationship in Salesforce? So relationship help us to reduce the redundancy of the data in our system.
So, what is the mean of redundancy?
Redundancy is nothing but a repetition of the data. Okay, so in my next slide I'll explain about the redundancy, so you will get the better understanding. Before moving to the next slide, let's discuss other points about the relationship. So relationship is nothing but a way to connect different objects using a field in Salesforce. So we can connect one object to another object using different types of relationship in Salesforce. So in Salesforce basically we have different types of relationship. For example, lookup, master detail, self, external, or the many to many relationship. So we'll discuss all the relationship one by one. So with the help of relationship, we also can access the data of another object. For example, you have a object called A and you have object called V, and you want to access the data of V with the help of A. So you can make a relationship and you can achieve this requirement with the relationship. Also with the help of relationship, we can enforce the security to child object. So this is a special type of relationship in our Salesforce, that is master detail. So with the master detail relationship, you also can enforce the security to child object. But if you are using the lookup relationship, so it will not happen. So you can enforce the security in case of master detail relationship only. Also a relationship help us to manage the external object data. So hope you get a idea about the relationships. Let's understand this with a simple example. So let's understand this with a very simple example. Like in a hospital database, we have an object called patient. So whenever a patient is visiting to a hospital, and over there when you meet to the receptionist, so receptionist enter your data like name, mobile number, address, and also receptionist enter the data about the doctor, means which doctor is taking care of your diseases. So like in this case, Ram is a patient whose mobile number is XYZ and the address is Delhi, and Ram wants to consult with Dr. Avasti about some surgery cases. Okay, so receptionist will enter your detail along with the Dr. Avasti detail. For example, like Dr. Avasti name and the email and the specialization and the phone number. So suppose Dr. Avasti can take care 200 patients in a day. So what happen? For every patient, we will make this entry again and again. So like we have 200 patients here, and Dr. Avasti is taking care of those patients. So we will get the 200 entries daily for this Dr. Avasti email and specialization and the phone. And in the same order, like we have another doctor called Vikas. So Vikas is also taking care of 200 patients daily. So in this case, so we will also get the duplicate entries for Dr. Vikas. And so in a month, how many entries we will get? 200 multiply by 30. So you can understand that there would be 6,000 entries in a month which will be duplicate. So how much space these entry will take in our database, you can imagine. And this is just for 1 month, and suppose you have these entries for 12 months, for a year. So how much entries now you have? 72,000 entries you have duplicates in your database table. So these duplicate entries are called the redundancy in our database. So to overcome this problem, what we can do, so we can break this one table into two tables like doctor object and the patient object. So this doctor object will have the entries about the doctor with doctor ID, and in the patient object we have the entries for the patient with this doctor ID as well. So this doctor ID, what will do, this doctor ID will help us to link this doctor table with this patient table. So for example, this Dr. Avasti has the doctor ID 1111. So in this patient table also we have the doctor ID as 1111, right? So with the help of this ID we can identify which doctor is taking care of this patient, Ram. So you can understand, we have 1111 here as well. So this Hariom is also taking the treatment under the Dr. Avasthi. So like we have 200 patients in this table, we are just entering the doctor ID here, and based on this doctor ID we will get all the details of doctor, like the email and the phone number and the address or whatever we want to enter in this doctor object. So now you can understand we are not repeating this entry again and again. So what we have to, we have just make a relationship between this doctor object and the patient object with the help of doctor ID, and we are not going to enter this detail again and again. So what benefit we will get after breaking this table into two? We have reduced the data entry time for our receptionist, and also we have saved the space in our database because we are not entering these details again and again in our database system, right? So in this way we can take the advantage of the relationship in our Salesforce instance as well, and we can create the relationship according to our requirement in Salesforce system. So now let's discuss the types of relationship in our Salesforce system. So in Salesforce basically we have 6 types of relationship, like lookup relationship, master detail relationship, many to many relationship, self relationship, external lookup relationship, and hierarchical relationship. So what is this lookup relationship? This lookup relationship is nothing but a one to many relationship. Means we can map a record to the multiple records of another object. For example, we have a object called A and we have a object called V, and in this object called A we have a record R1, and here we have record V1, V2, V3. So in lookup relationship, like what we have did, we have created a field, lookup field, on this object V, like, right? So with the help of that lookup field we can map this R1 record to the multiple records of B object. In the next slide we will discuss about the lookup relationship in detail. And so next one is like master detail relationship. So master detail relationships is also same as lookup relationship, but we have some other things in master detail relationship, like we can enforce the security of parent object to the child object, and also if we delete the parent record, all the child records get deleted automatically, like that. So we will discuss the master detail relationship in detail as well. And next one is many to many relationship. So in many to many relationship, what we can do, we can map a record of object A with multiple records of object V. Also we can map a record of object V with the multiple records of object A. So to create a many-to-many relationship in Salesforce, we need to take a help of junction object. So junction object is nothing but a different object which map these two records together. So suppose we have a object called C. So in this object C, we will create a master detail relationship with this object C, and also we will create a master detail relationship for object V. So with the help of these two relationships, we can establish many to many relationship. So next one is self relationship. So self relationship is nothing but a relationship to itself. For example, we have a object A. So in object A, it relate its own record. So next one is like external relationship. So external relationship is nothing but a relationship to the external object. Like we have some objects which is not in our Salesforce instance, but we have those objects in some another instance. So we can create a relationship to those objects with the help of external lookup. Next one is like hierarchical relationship. So this relationship is a special type of relationship, and this relationship exists only for the user object. So let's discuss these relationship in a detail. So first, let's discuss the lookup relationship. So in lookup relationship, a record can be connected to the many records of another object, and also there is a parent child relationship. So for example, we are creating a relationship to map object A records to the object B records, right? And we have created a field in the object B. So this B object is the child of A, right? Next one is like this lookup relationship is a loosely coupled relationship. So why this is a loosely coupled relationship? Because like you have mapped some records of object A with object B, and you have deleted that record in object A. So what happened? The parent parent record will be get deleted, but child record will not get be deleted in this case. But child record will be get orphan, means those record now does not have any parent record. And also in this lookup relationship, we don't enforce the security to their child records. And next one is roll up summary fields. So in lookup relationship, we cannot use the roll up summary field. So in my demo part, you will understand what is this roll up summary field. Okay. And in this lookup relationship, this field is a optional field. So for example, in object A and B is the child object, and you have created a field here to make a relationship. So this field is not required, right? So you can leave this field as blank for your record. So guys, let's understand this lookup relationship with a simple example. So in this example, we have a object called case, and we have another object is called field agent, right? Like you are a customer and you have purchased a laptop or a mobile from XYZ company, and after some time you are getting some issues with your and after some time you got some issues with your laptop or the mobile, and now you want to take a help from the company for your laptop or the mobile issue. So what you will do, you will create a case on the company service portal, and service agent will take care of your case and will contact you to understand the issue with your laptop or with your mobile. And if service agent think our field agent needs to visit at your home and needs to fix your issue at your home, so what service agent will do, service agent will assign a field agent to your case. And if service agent thinks like we can resolve this issue over the call, so service agent will not assign any field agent to your case. So suppose you are getting some software installation issue or some software related issues which can be resolved over the call, so service agent will help you over the call and will resolve your issue over there. But in this case, you don't need any field agents to visit at your home. But for your case, we need to send a field agent to your home to fix all the laptop or mobile issue. So we will assign a field agent to your case. So here you can understand this field agent is the relationship field for this field agent object. In this object, we have this agent field which is mapping to this field agent like this 1111. So this agent Ram is associated with this 1234 case and with this case as well. In the same way, this agent Syam is associated with this case, right? So you can look here, this field is not required, means if I don't enter a value here, so there is no issue. We can create a case without any field agent, and if this field agent is required to resolve this case, then we can associate a field agent to this particular case. So hope you have understood the lookup relationship.
So, guys, if you have any questions, put your questions in the comment section.
And I will be happy to answer all your questions. So now let's move to the next slide and discuss the master detail relationship in our Salesforce system. So master detail relationship is just like a lookup relationship in Salesforce. So this master detail relationship is also one to many relationship, and in this relationship parent object can have multiple child records. So in master detail relationship we can enforce the security to child object, right? So I haven't discussed the security till now. So whenever I discuss the security, I'll let you know how we can enforce the security to child object with the help of master detail relationship. So this relationship is tightly coupled. So why tightly coupled? Because if you delete the parent record, all the child's record will get deleted. So it means every time whenever you create a child record, there should be a parent associated with that child record. And in this relationship, no child records will be the orphan records. Also, in the master detail relationship, you can create a roll up summary field. For example, like you want to show the count of your child records on the parent object. So you, in your parent object, you can create a roll up summary field, and over there you can select the count option, and all the child records count will be available on that particular field. So master detail field is a mandatory field for your relationship. For example, like on object B, you have created a master detail field, right? So you cannot leave this field as blank, but in lookup you can leave this field as blank, right? And in a child object you can maximum create two master detail relationship, right? So you cannot create more than two master detail relationship on a child object. So let's understand this master detail relationship with a simple example. So in our previous example, we were having a object called case and we were having a object called field agent, right? So field agent was the parent to case, and for field object on case object we have the lookup field, not the master detail field, right? So why we have lookup field here? I have explained in the previous slide, right? So I already have explained means why this field agent is the lookup field over there, right? Because every time we don't need to associate a field agent with a particular case. That's why we have created this field agent as a lookup relationship. And now in which case we need to create a master detail relationship. Like suppose child record should not be exist without a parent. For example, you are a customer, right? And you are creating the cases. So without customer we cannot create any case, right? So whenever we create a case, there should be a customer, because these cases are the type of customer cases. So if customer does not exist, then case also does not exist, right? So means when parent is the required thing. So means you can create a master detail relationship when parent is the required, right? Without parent we cannot exist, like that. So you can create the master detail relationship for this type of requirement. So hope you have understood the master detail relationship. So next let's understand the many to many relationship. So many to many relationship is a way to connect a record of object A with multiple records of object V, right? And also we can connect a record of object V with the multiple records of object A. So to create a many to many relationship, we need a third object, right? So this third object is called the junction object in Salesforce. So in this junction object, we need to create two master detail relationship. One master detail would be with the object A and another one would be with the object V. So with the help of two master detail fields, we can establish this many to many relationship. So this junction object should have at least two master detail relationship. So I'll explain this master detail relationship in detail in my demo. So let's move to the next slide and discuss about the self relationship. So self relationship is nothing but a relationship to itself, right? For example, we have a object A and I want to make a relationship of a particular record of object A, right? So this type of relationship we can achieve with the help of self relationship. So like we have a object A and there are some records like R1, R2, R3, and I want to connect this R2 and this R3 with R1. So what I can do, I can create a lookup field, and for the related object I'll select the object itself. So I'll create a self relationship also so that you can understand this much better in my demo part. So next one is the external relationship in Salesforce. So external relationship is nothing but a way to connect the external object, which object does not exist in our Salesforce instance. So with the external ID we can achieve this external relationship. So I'll explain how we can achieve this type of relationship in Salesforce instance. And next one is the hierarchical relationship. So hierarchical relationship exists only for the user object, right? So we can achieve this relationship for the user object only, but not for any other objects. So I'll also explain about this hierarchical relationship in my demo part. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and you have get a better idea about the relationship in Salesforce. And I also create a separate video to show you all these example in the live demo, so that you can get a better idea about the relationship, and also you can understand how we can create this type of relationship in Salesforce. And I also will explain the use cases of these relationship in our Salesforce system. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much. So see you soon in my next video.
Guys, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe this channel to get the real-time update. Also hit the like button and also hit the bell icon to get the notification. Thank you very much. See you soon.